Ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah, Kirk!
Kirk, it feels like you're the right guy to ask this to and about. I don't know if you got to hear the soundbite, which is why I was trying to re-summarize it for you there as I was asking you the question. J.J. McCarthy had a press conference where he chit-chatted about how changing his drops, changing his throw. That people are basically saying, hey, he's changing the quarterback that he is here, middle of his second year. He also mentioned because of the injury, I didn't get all the reps my rookie year and also rookie offseason. So what do you think this means for J.J. long-term? And is he Josh Allen? Is there another Josh Allen on the way where development is about to be crazy? Because we're seeing J.J. miss, some balls that I don't know if we all expected. I certainly did not, Kirk.
I agree with you. I don't know if, the Josh Allen trajectory and what he's been able to do is kind of a unicorn. I mean, he's such a rare commodity. Looking forward to seeing him tonight. But I think, how many starts does J.J. McCarthy have? Five or six starts in his career at this point. I think in a year where we've seen Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold all kind of get things, kind of resurrect their careers and get in the right spot, I just think it's very premature, whether it's a guy like J.J. McCarthy or Michael Penix or whoever it might be, to look at them and evaluate them and make a declaration that this guy's trash or this guy's doesn't have what it takes. I'm not saying that you guys are saying that at all, but I know there are people out there because we are, as a world of consuming sports, especially at that position, we want results right now. What have you done for me last week? What did you do against Baltimore? What did you do against Chicago? And if, like this week, if he goes out and balls, and people will be like, oh, he figured it out this week. It's not like that. I think the injury last year set him back. Just getting reps, just being around. Even this year, there were times when he wasn't able to get a lot of reps, Monday through Friday. So that's going to slow down your development. I was surprised. I don't know if he's going to rephrase that next time he talks publicly with the media about, I'm learning how to play quarterback totally different from what I knew in the past. I mean, he was pretty effective at Michigan. Now, let's remember the kind of quarterback he was at Michigan. He was not a quarterback like you see in some of these systems that run some form of a spread, and the quarterback does everything. He's throwing it 50 times. They go as he goes. This was an offense in college that ran the football. They were in 12 and 13 personnel. They were in 22. They ran the ball and set him up to do play action, and he did it really, really well. I think when I
there it is, yeah, right there. 100
last thing. The one thing that I always thought is the marriage. I thought with he and KO, I just thought the scheme very similar. I thought KO could kind of adjust this scheme to his skill set, and I still think that. And I think as they progress and get better, it's funny, we were at dinner last night, and Sherm asked me if I'm out on J.J. McCarthy. We were walking back to the hotel. I was like, are you out? He's like, I don't like what I'm seeing. And he's like, I wouldn't be surprised maybe if maybe they wouldn't get like a Mac Jones or somebody else, because it's really hard, to watch a guy develop when you're trying to compete in the NFC North.
They made this decision, though, Kirk. Like you mentioned Daniel Jones there, whenever you're saying the resurgence in the second year because you let somebody develop. But, like, Daniel Jones was in their building last year. Now, they made an offer for Daniel Jones to remain. I think the Colts did not offer as much, but certainly told him, like, hey, you could be the starter here, no problem going forward. Then Sam Darnold, the success that he's having. I think Aaron Rodgers wanted to play there. And what Kevin O'Connell's been able to do, to your point, everything you're saying, is, like, he's been able to win. So they were playing for the number one in the NFC last year, the last week of the year last year. So I think it's natural that everybody's thoughts are like the team is ready to go. You got Addison, you got Justin Jefferson.
I mean, look at the pieces around him. I mean,
that's
you got
a lot of pressure to play good now, though. I think like that was kind of building from all the decisions that made before. Now, let's go back. We talk about how good of a coach Kevin O'Connell is. This is J.J. McCarthy literally talking about quarterback development right now. Like that is what he is saying. Like he's having me work on this. He's having me work on that. That's like development. That is actual coaching. That's happening, hopefully, at a team near you. You know, you would hope. So I don't know. Them making my entire thought on is all of those decisions they made. I think they thought JJ was going to be good now.
I think I look at him almost as a rookie, you know, and I mean, look at Caleb last year. I think there are a lot of people that are like, this guy's trash. Get rid of this guy. He's terrible.
Valid.
You know, and then they went out and got Ben Johnson, and he got more reps. Game slowing down. He's starting to make better decisions.
Have you been eating vitamin C? Have you been taking vitamin C?
I need vitamin C.
It's too late. You already lost.
Yeah, you're done.
You should have been C'd up, bro.
It looks like the Bengals might be getting back Joe Burrow. He's a full participant at practice yesterday. We'll see what happens today. So they have that on Sunday, and then quick turnaround, and they play again on Thanksgiving. What's your take on that whole situation? Obviously, if you're a Bengals fan, if you are that franchise, he's your franchise guy. He's the face of the franchise. So if he's healthy, he's going to want to play, and you're going to want to see him play. But at 3-7, is there any way they can get into the playoffs? We'll see. But what are you expecting to see from Joe Burrow? Because he can't be so-so. Like, he needs to be last year's MVP Joe Burrow right when he gets back into the game on Sunday. And can their offensive line protect him? We'll see. What do you think about that whole situation?
Yeah, I think anytime. I mean, I'm just a fan of growing up as a kid in Southwest Ohio, I'm a fan of the Bengals, but I'm a fan of Joe Burrow. I'm a fan of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. I'm a fan of these great quarterbacks and watching them be healthy and watching them play like you guys and like all NFL fans. So nobody can get into the mind of Joe Burrow. This guy's dealt with so many injuries and very unusual injuries for a quarterback to deal with. You go back to that calf that he had. Of course, he had an ACL in his first years with Cincinnati. Now he's got a turf toe that required surgery. I mean, I think for me, I never experienced turf toe. I've talked to Joey Galloway. Pat, I don't know if you ever had it. When you talk to people that had it to the level that Joe's had it, that's a serious injury. And, to be able to put himself back there, I think speaks about the competitive spirit that he has. I mean, the team is sitting there at 3-7. They're easy for people to be like, what's the point? Season's over. Joe's probably looking at like, man, if I get back, we can end up winning out, and we can finish 10-7. We can maybe get a shot as a wild card. I guarantee you that's how his mind thinks. So just his presence, just like, again, you put any of these Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, the presence of Joe Burrow being in that uniform, if he's able to go out there and play, not only impacts the offense and their execution, it impacts the defense. It impacts the guy selling the popcorn. It impacts the state. I mean, everybody is impacted when you bring back a guy like Joe Burrow, and we'll see. I'm shocked. I really didn't know if it was going to be after Thanksgiving. Is he going to wait to see if they're in contention? But not surprising to hear he's full go and he's ready to roll. That dude is as competitive. That's probably his greatest trait, is how competitive he is.
I found it very fascinating because there is, in theory, an argument, okay? Because just like everything seemingly has an argument, which is why it's so hard to get everybody to agree on things these days, it feels like. There is an argument like 3-7, team's not going to win. We all know they can't win. Defense not good enough. Put him back out there. He either re-injures something or gets hurt again. Then you miss next year and the offseason, which is more important. And I get that in theory. If careers were able to just last forever, and like games were pick and choosable on whether or not you wanted to play them, which is not how professional athletes view anything, let alone like Joe Burrow. But it's like ownership definitely wants Joe Burrow out there. How much we paying this guy? Yeah, we would like him out there. Fans definitely want Joe Burrow out there, right? Bengals fans that are going to game at least would like Joey Burrow to be there. It's like, it's an interesting dynamic whenever you're the pillar, highest paid guy, most important guy, and you've been out, but you can come back. It's an interesting convo for the long-term shit.
I totally get that, but I think for him, and I don't want to speak for him, but I've known him, watched him from 2019 on when he to me engineered the best college offense that I've ever seen. But that dude, just like Tom Brady, like I think if Tom Brady were in this situation, I don't think it's about how much money I'm making or the potential of being hurt. It's just the elite guys. It's just the competitive. I need to get out there. I need to do what I do. Not because I owe it to the franchise. I owe it. It's if I feel healthy, this is, I think, how his brain works. If I feel healthy, give me the ball. Let's go play. Like, I think that's how he is. That's kind of like the mindset. His dad was a defensive coordinator at the college level. It's kind of how he was raised. You ever hear him? He gets his ass hammered, and people are like, wait, why don't you get – he's like, I'm a football player. Like, he's a linebacker playing quarterback. That's how he plays the position. And so I haven't really been following how healthy he is or not healthy. But if he's full go in practice, number 9 is going to play. Like, you can't keep him out of the lineup.
9. Welcome back. We're happy for that. I want to let you know. I know there's an argument by people who think they're smarter than the franchise and Joe and everybody saying, hey, we need to think about offseason in next year as opposed to right now. Let's mail it in. But I also understand that, like, the reason why Joey Burrow is because if Joey Burrow could play football, he's going to play football. Like that.
What if he came back and they won 7 in a row and went to the wild card?
And we had those sweet shots of him going in warm-ups.
Is Joe playing defense?
Spanning.
And he's doing one of these.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Good question.
There's a chance, Dad, defense coordinator.
Yeah.
He
Said
probably
he plays like a linebacker.
Yeah, he actually told us that whenever we talked to him, whenever he was a young lad, we had a chance to interview him. We were very pumped about it because we obviously watched that season as well alongside everything that was happening in 2019. And, like, just my first thing, just like I told Mahomes the other day whenever we were down there at Texas Tech, I think you heard me, as soon as I see him, hey, need you to stop taking these hits, okay? Need you. For the good of football. For the good of football, brother. We need you to stop taking these hits.
We need you.
Everybody else can kind of take these hits. We need you to stop taking these hits. We told Joey Burrow that. I think I was a part of at least more than a few of those with Andrew Luck. They all have the same response. It's like, first of all, I'm giving the hit, and also it's football. Like, hey, this is what football is. And it's like Joey B., Ohio football guy.
Harvey, we know the championship fight tonight is Josh Allen versus the Texans defense, but I wanted to ask you about Davis Mills and what you've seen from him the last 2 weeks, because we've loved him forever whenever he was getting his starts with Coach Dave Culley and carrying that Texans team. How do you think he does tonight? Because, I mean, he is a big, strong, athletic, great arm quarterback. It's just that he's sitting behind C.J. Stroud. How do you feel about the Texans' offense and Davis Mills tonight going against the Bills?
Tone, interesting. I'm with you, man. There's so many teams. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning about this, the health of these NFL rosters, and the teams that end up making it are the teams typically that are able to stay healthy. And a lot of times, if your starting quarterback goes down, I mean, we just were talking about Joe Burrow. Think about they were searching. I mean, Jake Browning tried to come in and didn't work out. They had to go on the street. They found Flacco, fortunately, to just at least give him something. But your franchise quarterback goes down like C.J. Stroud. What are you going to do? And they're fortunate to have Davis Mills. This will be his, as you guys know, this will be his 29th start. And it's not just like some guy that's back there. I feel like he's almost a guy, and when he looks at himself, he sees a starting quarterback in the NFL. And he's been able to – this is a team that was losing close games, a lot of one-possession games. He started the last couple of weeks while CJ's been down with this concussion. He'll start his 3rd game tonight. They've won 2 in a row with him under center. But you're right. The story, really the matchup with Josh Allen against the best defense right now in the NFL is going to be a great story. But I tell you what, I don't know if you guys have really been watching Buffalo. Teams are running the ball down their throats. And that Oliver injuries really hurt them. Taylor Rapp back at safeties really hurt them. So as much as we're going to be looking at Mills, how will he do? If I'm Houston, I'm testing the interior of that Buffalo defense. I'm running the football. I'm possessing the ball. I'm keeping number 17 and 4 on the sideline as much as I can to try to possess it. And you got to try to set up Davis Mills on some play action. Nico Collins, by the way, as you guys, again, know, one of the better receivers in the NFL. They will try to, if they can get their run game going tonight, they'll try to get Nico Collins isolated one-on-one against these corners from Buffalo to try to hit some big plays. So, I don't know. I like Davis Mills. I think he's a talented guy. And I think Houston's very fortunate with CJ down 3rd week with a concussion.
Yeah,
maybe if it was a Sunday game, maybe he'd be okay. But hopefully he'll be all right the following week. But look, I think Davis Mills will play within the structure of the offense and play well.
Yeah, we love Dougie Davis Mills.
Yeah.
We're a big fan of his. We've been following him closely. Called him the wrong name Okay, so whenever he first got his start, however long ago it was, called him Doug Mills. Okay, I did, me.
How'd you go Doug on it?
I saw D Mills.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, shit,
Doug.
You're just like, the hell with it. I'm going Doug.
Dougie Mills.
Doug.
Yeah, that was back whenever we were on the internet, you know? So obviously a little bit more wild. And I was like, Doug Mills getting a start here for the Texans.
He said he was good with it, though.
So, yes, this is how this all came about. So it becomes pretty big clip, obviously, because I'm Colts, they're Texans, and, I kicked it on, so I kicked myself against them in their building on a Thursday night. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's just how it's just.
But I respect their fan base. The loudest building I've ever been in whenever I played. I didn't get a chance to go to Seattle and play there, but like Houston yearly was the loudest place we were at. It was real. I had a lot of respect for what they were doing down there. So whenever I dropped a Dougie Mills out there, the Houston Texans fans, and he did well.
Yep.
They absolutely attacked me. And then the Texans reached out and they're like, "Would you like to talk to Davis Mills?" And I'm like, "Sure, sure."
Some people call him
defense?
Yeah.
Some people call him David Mills.
Well,
I've never heard Dougie. Doug.
Yeah.
That's another.
Only his
That's
friends,
another
only
level.
his friends call him
yeah,
that.
only his closest enemies, I guess, at this point. So he comes on the show. We have a full convo with me and him calling him Dougie, and then
Big brain.
huge
What about
brain.
the neck?
Huge brain.
and can spin it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big son of a
Massive
Huge.
brain.
Yeah.
We have followed him since that moment. So, like, I feel like we have an advanced level of information on Dougie Davis Mills because literally from day one, we have had a relationship with him. So anytime he pops up, we're like, Dougie Mills is
Dougie.
Dougie, yeah. Like we talk about
Love
Dougie a lot. You said 29 starts or 25 starts. I forget what number you
29 tonight. I'm going to say, when I see him on the field tonight, I'm going to be like, Dougie, what's up, kid?
He will know.
Yeah.
He will know where that is from. And he said he was cool with it. It's certainly not cooler than Davis, but Dougie Davis Mills has been a big part of our show. So, like, we are a massive fan. And he was getting 6 points. He was getting 6 points with that number one defense in the league on a Thursday night. Josh Allen, 8-0 on Thursday nights. I know you know that.
Yep.
Josh Allen, 0-3 at NRG Stadium.
Worst game of his career last year against this defense. He was like, what was he, 9 of 30 for 131 yards last year against this defense. So he's fired up to go up against them.
Who's Peter like? Who's Peter? What up, dude?
He doesn't care.
Peter.
He's relaxing.
This guy's tongue in his mouth. What's going on?
I know. I think I just woke him up from a nap. How about he's got a little wound underneath that left eye.
What happened? He get into it?
No, Bo and him scrap every day, and I think he got a canine underneath his left eye.
Bo's the youngest, right?
Yeah, 10 months.
Was it a good scrap?
Coming for that top spot.
He is. He's trying to.
I think he is. We're going to have a little war here in a couple months. I got my money on the big fella.
Hey, Peter. I'm pulling for you, Pete.
Love you, Pete.
That's the reason you're a top dog, Pete.
Like the dims on Bo, though.
Except for Pete's sleeping in satin sheets these days. He's getting a little too comfortable, Kirk.
Oh, that's what Bo's saying.
I think he is. I think that's valid.
Peter's who we think he is.
Yeah.
To be 100% transparent, when I first meet Peter, I love Peter, the dog, but I think, wow, Peter's kind of doing whatever the hell Peter wants to do right now. Is this who Peter is? Then Peter, over the next few weeks, months.
He loves you.
Dude, he is an unbelievable dog. He's an unbelievable dog. I think you
He
know that.
sleeps underneath you in the meeting every week.
Unbelievable dog, though. Like, I think you know that. And Ben was so awesome is because Ben knew what was happening.
Majestic.
Yeah.
Just chill.
And knew what was happening. Like, hey, we're in a meeting. So Ben would just kind of sit down. All right, I'm just going to chill. We're in a meeting right now. Peter was still young, wanted to go see what everybody was doing in meeting. And it was like, Peter, I don't know if you can do this forever. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a thing. And then watching him become like the dog that you and Bo and Mitch and the crew have kind of, you should be very proud of what Peter has become. I mean, he is a awesome.
More comfortable. He's not big on the crowds this year. He's decided to take a little bit of a rain check from the crowd.
Which, by the way, We respect that.
Get that, dude.
We respect that out of Peter. Peter goes, I'm about done with these people. Yeah, I respect that. But on that note, I can't wait to see him and you over there in Eugene. Should be an awesome scene on Saturday morning.
Be awesome. I can't wait to see what you're up to this week. It's going to be fun.
It's very early.
Yeah. Really
Oregon
early.
crowd is always insane, right? Like that is the
Oregon crowd is undefeated. We've been there in the past. Before the 12-team playoff, it was a 4-team playoff. We would go to, Oregon often, like twice. When Chip Kelly was there, and even previous years, we'd go there twice a year, a lot. And I know this year we've been kind of avoiding the repeat school visit. But I would be shocked if it's not the same, if not a better atmosphere. Or Eugene, Oregon is absurd when the show goes out there. And again, my live hit is 5:30 a.m. local for SportsCenter, and then we're live at 6 local.
They are awesome, dude. It has been a special place, which is why I didn't like that. I just knew Indiana was going to win that particular game because I'm in Indianapolis, so like I'm watching the Hoosiers games, like I'm being forced to watch Fernando Mendoza, and I just kind of knew that at that time for both those teams, Indiana was the better team. Like in my eyes, whenever I'm making a pick, which is always what I do. Now, is there some places that certainly sway me into believing the other? If I think it's a coin flip, I will be swayed. But I'm trying to get winners, bro. You're
doing a great job of it. By the way, did you see Saban and Reese? I always wanted to ask you this. Do you like when they hold the chair? Because that chair's wobbly. What do you think about them trying to help you out there? Do you want them not to help you out? Because that thing's teetering.
So I appreciate what they're doing. I understand what they're doing. And I, obviously, the GOAT and many would say potentially the GOAT on the other side as well when it's all said and done. So 2 GOATs there. My biggest fear is, and I don't know how to tell them this, I have told Reese because if I go down, it's going to be to Reese's side, okay? So if I fall and Reese is like kind of signing up for it, not only am I the big ass that hurt myself, now I take out Reese and the GOAT too. Like that's kind of my only worry is like Saban puts his arm out there. It's like, yo, I'm like 255 right now. 260.
You're gonna lose your arm.
If I'm coming down, that's not like a good spot.
Wait a second. You're 255?
I think I'm like 250 right now, yeah.
What are you, like 7% body fat? There's no way you're 255.
I don't know. Shout out to the folks at Affinity. We are working. We got a morning routine. We got some science brewing. Hey, I went down to Paris Island last summer, and I watched how like these DIs operate, trying to learn about them as much as possible as I was going to try to do the impossible task of acting like one, especially in the World War II era, which is the greatest generation. And then it's drill instructors who are like the most badass humans of all time. These men and women are operating on like 3.5, 4 hours of sleep at maximum operation. And it's like, what all is possible with the human body? I'm watching you. And I'm like, you know what? I need to maybe kind of lock in a little bit because I get exhausted, throughout football season. Great jobs, easy jobs, but we're doing a lot. And I get like tired and I'm like, man, maybe I'm not cut out for this. I go down to Paris Island, watch these DIs, and I'm like, oh, I need to rearrange what I'm doing here. Like they're up early, we're working out, we're eating, we're doing this, like we're taking care of ourselves here. So like I've tried my best after that to like kind of lock in. And I am reaping the benefits. I am reaping the benefits of it right now. Thanksgiving's just next.
Oh,
what will you do? What will you do for Thanksgiving? Are you allowed to have normal portions? Or are you going to only have a little bit? I know you don't eat you don't eat mashed potatoes, which is a total waste. Yeah. Total waste of time.
Okay.
I don't even know how you have Thanksgiving.
Stuffing. Thank you. Yeah, I'll put the mashed potatoes on Okay, I'll put it on there. And then I'll put all the stuff that tastes good on top of it, too.
Making your taters, man. Whoever's been buttering your biscuits has been doing it wrong.
So because we might blame my mom. I love her. My mom's sweet, hardworking lady.
No doubt.
And she was not a big, hey, I'm a cook stuff person, though. Okay, that was not her thing. So I do believe there is a chance I have that. My wife, okay, She does make phenomenal mashed potatoes, but there's cheese in there. There's like flavor. It's like the stuff that tastes good. You know, there's butter. The amount of butter that's in mashed potatoes
That's
themselves.
part of the mashed potatoes, though. That's part of mashed potatoes. You don't just mash potatoes with water. I mean, you got to throw in all kinds of stuff.
You would, though, from my understanding, is you
No.
would.
No. You need stuff
It's like saying
inside.
you don't
need
like wings
butter.
because you have to put sauce on them.
Exactly.
Yeah, but raw. Hey, naked, I'll eat those too. Let's
I've
not get
never
crazy.
had a mashed potato without salt and pepper and butter and you got to make them taste good. You don't just mash mashed potatoes.
Okay, you're right. We'll agree on that particular one. You got to make them taste good. I agree completely. Stuffing just pops right out there, just right out. It's just ready to go. Cannot wait for all the other fixings. You know, the things that come along with the apple
The
pie.
fixins.
Yeah, the fixings.
Cranberry.
Oh, it's just next week, is it not? It's
Yeah.
next week.
It's
Week from today.
Week from today.
The ham. Oh my God,
Honey
the
glazed.
Hawaiian rolls. Oh my God.
Oh, it's go time.
Pumpkin.
Are you allowed
Thank you.
to eat with your 7% body fat?
I'm not 7%.
Are you allowed to,
I'm trying to get
are
there.
you allowed to eat?
Yes, I'm eating at this point. It's just like, got to do all the other stuff. You know, you can't just like not do this stuff and do this stuff. If you do that, then all of a sudden, you know, you start becoming a tired person all the time and a little bit
Besides the 195 sauna for 30, are you doing any cardio?
walking. We're doing a little walking.
I mean,
Okay.
the
Steps.
U-Ball. U-Ball is good.
Playing U-ball for 10 straight games because me and Foxy can't be beat.
Is Ty, are Ty and Tone and Connor and the whole crew, they doing this with you?
U-ball, yeah. The boys
Yeah,
are
we
playing.
play U-Ball, but it's crazy, Kirk. I want to actually get your opinion on this. If you're playing a 2-on-2 sport and the two best shooters of that sport are on the same team, what do you think the chances are that they lose back-to-back games?
Impossible.
Okay.
Thank you.
Herbie, you knew where that question was coming from. And on that note, me and Foxy started shooting the same shots as everybody else at the exact same time.
You're a
Foxy's an
professional athlete.
Foxy's an athlete.
Hold on,
Fox-
Kirk. You're a professional athlete, and Foxy is actually the only one that played high school basketball. So, yeah, holy shit.
Hey,
The
kid.
basketball game.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
you guys are
It's
the
not.
best.
It's a state fair game. It's a little ball. I bowl. I don't even shoot.
Every game's a state fair game.
And on that,
Who's
that's why
the
we
best
love
athlete on the squad?
Me,
All
by
around
far.
athlete.
it. Yeah, Herbie.
Yeah.
I'm going Foxy. Besides Pat, I'd say Foxy.
No, hey, everybody has different strengths.